Hi and welcome to Extended Investigation. My name is Julian and I'm one of the teachers involved in the course at DECV. A big welcome to all new students to Extended Investigation. It's going to be a great year, so I thought just before I go away on holidays and during the holiday period, I would just introduce myself to you and to go over some ideas for brainstorming and getting creative and planning a couple of ideas that you can work on during the summer period while you're fanning yourself on some tropical beach, or perhaps you might be entering into the dark confines of a movie cinema. Whatever it be that you find yourself doing during the summer holidays, at some stage I'd like you to take the time and the effort to consider a couple of brainstorming activities. And this is just one activity that you can do over the summer period, and it's called a sheep factors. It's just an acronym that can get you get those ideas bubbling away about what direction you might like to take for your extended investigation project. The important thing, I guess, out of this is you want to develop a number of ideas and a number of possible research questions, possibly, or areas of topic, or to jumble things about, and that can be a kind of creative process doing that. And it's important to do that at this stage because when we start the course next year, it's good to have a basis of a couple of research ideas bubbling away, so that if for whatever reason you come across a stumbling block in the first couple of weeks where what you thought you might be doing next year, you realise someone's already done it, or what else? You can't access that information. So if in this summer period you're able to develop a couple of ideas and a couple of tentative leads for further research, you'll be in a good position come next year. So the sheep factors, it's a simple activity. It's an acronym. Here we have kind of like a sheep, but except there's a T on the end. Here we have a sheep in the middle. It's just to help you remind you of and to frame a couple of glasses to view and observe the world around you. So what I'd like you to do over the holiday period is to find a place. It might be something really mundane like a petrol station or a bus stop, or it could be a fast food takeaway place. It could be a cinema, it could be a shopping centre, it could be a wasteland, it could be a park, it could be a camping area. Whatever it is, that's okay. Just choose that and sit down, grab a pen and paper, and observe and take attention. Take the time and attention to notice things that are going on in that environment. And to help frame that, just think of these key concepts as you're looking through the lens of the environment that you find yourself in, whether that's a bus stop or a movie cinema or a shopping centre, whatever it might be. Consider these very, very broad concepts and jot a couple of notes down. One is any social aspects that you notice while observing. What are people doing? How are they interacting with each other? What is the social construction taking place within that environment? Historical. Can you jot down a couple of notes about the history of the thing that you're paying attention to? Another one is economic. How are monetary transactions taking place? Is there a broader transition of economic goods at play in this environment that you're observing. Technological, are there any technological items being used? And political, what type of political conversations can you say about this observation? Whether that might be political structures at play, or it might be maybe political relationships between, say, a waiter and a customer. Is there any political inferences that can be made? So get creative with those. So that's the main thing I'm going to set down as an activity over the summer period. I don't think that's too demanding. Grab a pen, grab a paper, think of the sheep, think of that acronym, sheep with a T, and think of those factors that are affecting the social, historical, economic, environmental, technological, and political factors. So after you've done that, I'd like you to reply all on the email and perhaps share your creative insights through this activity, or perhaps there's some other activity that you've developed and works really well for your brainstorming. The main thing is to gather a number of areas that you could see your interests and passions branching out into. Could be branch into social, it could branch off to economical. Take note of the ideas as they come to you as well. So that's all for now. I'll leave it at that. Love to see what you've written about your observations and paying attention and detail, because that's really part of the research process and reflecting on that. So bye for now, and see you in the new year.